Welcome back to another 5S in the 5S video series. These are simple, shareable solutions to help save you time, get you better sounding mixes in 5 minutes or less. Today we're going to be covering a topic that I am asked quite frequently here on the channel. I'm going to be covering this with free plugins as well, and that is sidechaining a kick to a bass. Now, this can be applied to more than just a kick or a bass. For instance, you could sidechain a guitar to a vocal, or you could sidechain an entire choir to a lead vocal. So really, the possibilities are endless. Just use your creativity when implementing this on your mixes. All right, let's go ahead and hop on over to the desktop and see how we're going to do this within Cakewalk by Bandlab. All right, so the song that we're going to be working on today is a song called Viral. This was released from the Home Studio Simplified community from individuals who all collaborated to make this song. Let's give a quick listen to the bass and the kick and their relationship together as it stands now.
Of this present hour is ever looming, the pressure to perform.
So as it stands right now, you can hear that the kick drum is actually getting drowned out by the mix as a whole. Now, the reason for this is the fundamental frequencies of the bass guitar are combating with the fundamental frequencies of the kick, especially the low end. This is why whenever we played the mix back, you could hear the kick come in because of the beater head sound, but the low end of that kick was definitely missing. So this would definitely be a good scenario to implement sidechain compression. Let's go ahead and do that now. I'm going to place an instance of the 𝗠𝗶𝘅 compressor. This comes stock with Cakewalk by Bandlab and is free. I'm going to set the attack time to 15 milliseconds and the release to 20. So this is going to be a very fast attack and very fast release. I'm going to turn the limiter feature off, and I'm going to set the ratio to 4. All right, so now that we have our compressor in place on the bass guitar, this is going to act as our fader ride, so to speak. Now we're going to go to the kick track and we're going to implement a send from the kick track. We're going to place that send on the 𝗠𝗶𝘅 compressor. As you can see here, it says side input, Brian Barton bass guitar. Now you can see that there has been an inserted send from this track to the 𝗠𝗶𝘅 compressor on the bass guitar track. Now let's go ahead and play them back together in context with the mix, and we'll adjust the threshold of the compressor so that it's turning down that bass guitar every time that the kick hits.
Is all-consuming. We bare our souls just to get a life and filter out these scars inside. Remember to subscribe and follow me. Tired of this numbers game, just to see who's winning. Pursuing shallow fame seems so unforgiving. I follow you, you follow me to the depths of depravity.
Okay, so now we can definitely hear that the low end of the kick is being introduced back into the mix with the addition of the sidechain compression. Now, what you'll notice is that I adjusted the threshold setting on this compressor so that the attenuation was between -3 to -5 dBs. In most instances, you're not going to need any more than this to achieve the desired effect. Now let's listen to them before and after so that you can hear this in action in context with the mix.
The darkness of this present hour is ever looming. The pressure to perform is all-consuming. We bare our souls just to get a life and filter out these scars inside. Remember to subscribe and follow me. Tired of this numbers game.
All right, well, this has been your quick tip from today's 5S video series. Hopefully you can start implementing this within your current mixes to get better relationships between your kick and your bass frequencies within context of the mix. If you're interested in learning how to use Cakewalk by Bandlab or music production in general, consider subscribing to the channel as well as enabling all notifications. I go live every single week on the channel where we have live mixing sessions, live Q&A, as well as interviews with industry leaders. And last but not least, if you would like to be included in a monthly song contest that takes place on the channel every single month, there is a link provided in the description below where you can enter that as well. So until next time, guys, remember we can dream alone, we can even create alone, but together we can achieve so much more.